Picture yourself driving down a desolate road in the dead of night. Fog hangs thick in the air, your headlights barely cutting through the shadows ahead. An unsettling feeling creeps over you. Something isn't right. A shiver tingles down your spine, and suddenly, out of the corner of your eye, a figure emerges. Just as quickly, it's gone. Was it real or a trick of the mind? These are the moments that linger, the tales that refuse to let go. Welcome to the world of urban legends. Urban legends are the lifeblood of modern folklore, chilling tales that endure, passed down through whispers and shadows. They burrow into our minds, thriving on fear and curiosity. In this video, we'll delve into some of the most spine-tingling urban legends ever told. From cryptid creatures lurking just out of sight to ghostly figures waiting on forgotten roads, these stories will leave you questioning what's real and what waits in the dark. Tonight, we venture into stories that tap into primal fears, tales that make us wonder if there's more truth to them than we dare to admit. So, grab a blanket, dim the lights, and let's descend into the unknown together. Our first stop, the birthplace of online horror, creepypasta. Slender Man isn't just a tale, it's an entire internet legend that crawled out of the web and into our collective fears. Picture this, a towering, faceless figure in a dark suit, lurking in the shadows. First crafted in 2009 for a Photoshop contest, but this figure was too haunting to stay confined to one image. Within weeks, he was haunting forums, creeping into stories, and taking root in our minds, blurring the line between fiction and reality. Slender Man's tale didn't just stop at that first image. It evolved piece by piece as people added new layers of horror. Stories began circulating of him stalking children, lurking in misty forests, and even having a chilling influence on real-life behavior. But what makes Slender Man truly horrifying isn't only his tall, faceless appearance. It's his unsettling mystery. He has no face, no voice, no clear motive. A blank canvas onto which we project our darkest, most personal fears. The less we know, the scarier he becomes. What is it about Slender Man that gets under our skin? Psychologists suggest it's his facelessness, a disturbing embodiment of our fear of the unknown. He could be anyone, anywhere, and that's what makes him so unnerving. This feature taps into our primal instincts, amplifying our sense of vulnerability when faced with an unseen, undefinable threat. Slender Man reminds us how unsettling it is to know there's a danger lurking, but to have no way of seeing or understanding it. In a world where we crave clarity, he's the ultimate enigma. In 2014, Slender Man stepped out of the shadows of digital folklore and into a horrifying reality. Two young girls, inspired by his myth, attempted a violent act in his name, believing it would make them his proxies. This tragic incident exposed the disturbing influence that urban legends can wield, especially on impressionable minds, and served as a chilling reminder of how stories can blur the lines between reality and myth. Slender Man, once a fictional character, had now left an irreversible mark on the real world. The Rake embodies pure terror, a pale, emaciated figure with long, razor-sharp claws and hollow, haunting eyes. It's said to appear in the dead of night, slipping into bedrooms and lurking at the foot of the bed, watching, waiting. Some accounts even claim it whispers eerie, unsettling things, rooting itself in nightmares. The Rake isn't just a creature, it's a symbol of our darkest fears, lurking where we're most vulnerable, leaving those who encounter it with an unforgettable sense of dread. Imagine waking up to find a creature at the edge of your bed, completely still, its hollow eyes boring into your soul. The Rake is the embodiment of relentless terror, stalking its victims no matter how far they flee. It's not just an encounter, it's a haunting that clings to you long after the experience is over. Once you catch a glimpse of this nightmarish figure, they say it never truly leaves you. It lingers in the shadows of your mind, turning every quiet moment into a pulse-pounding reminder of the fear it instills. The tales of encounters with the Rake are enough to send shivers down your spine. Witnesses describe a paralyzing wave of dread and despair washing over them as this creature draws nearer. The internet is a treasure trove of first-hand accounts, each one more unsettling than the last, painting the Rake as a silent, relentless predator. Those who have come face to face with it recount an eerie stillness in the air, a feeling of being watched, and a chilling realization that something otherworldly is lurking just beyond their sight, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Despite its terrifying origins, the Rake has become a staple in online horror communities, captivating audiences with its eerie mystique. People are irresistibly drawn to the idea of a creature that represents our primal fear of being watched, an unseen presence lurking in the darkness, always just out of sight. This enduring fascination taps into our instinctual anxieties, reminding us that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are those that hide in the shadows, waiting for the moment when we let our guard down. The Rake's legacy endures as a chilling reminder of our deepest fears. As we leave the digital world, let's hit the road where supernatural encounters await. The story of the Vanishing Hitchhiker is a timeless classic, whispered through countless cultures, each adding its own eerie twist. It typically unfolds with a lone traveler who decides to pick up a hitchhiker, often a mysterious woman dressed in an old-fashioned style. As the journey continues and the destination draws near, the atmosphere shifts, creating a sense of unease. Just as they approach the final stop, the hitchhiker inexplicably vanishes without a trace, leaving the driver in shock and confusion. This haunting tale serves as a chilling reminder that some encounters can linger far beyond the road. Across the globe, the Vanishing Hitchhiker takes on many forms, each reflecting the culture it comes from. In America, she's often depicted as a young woman in a flowing white dress, evoking both beauty and sorrow. Meanwhile, in Japan, the figure transforms into a lost child, wandering the roads alone. Regardless of the cultural backdrop, these spectral figures share a haunting pattern. They vanish just moments before reaching their destination, leaving their drivers in a state of confusion and terror. This eerie phenomenon prompts a haunting question. What if the line between reality and the supernatural is thinner than we think? Why does the Vanishing Hitchhiker story endure across diverse cultures? Psychologists argue that it resonates with our universal fears of loneliness and abandonment. The notion of picking up a stranger and forging a fleeting connection, only to discover they were never truly there, strikes a deeply unsettling chord. This tale not only plays on our fears of isolation, but also raises uncomfortable questions about trust and reality. In a world where genuine connections can feel scarce, the idea that someone could vanish in an instant leaves us grappling with the fragility of our relationships and our own sense of security. The allure of the Vanishing Hitchhiker legend lies in its unsettling proximity to reality. Who hasn't experienced a moment of unease while driving down a dark road, or felt a flutter of anxiety at the thought of picking up a stranger? This story taps into our innate fears, embodying the chilling idea that some mysteries can never be unraveled. It serves as a haunting reminder that the unknown is always lurking just beyond our understanding, and sometimes, perhaps, we're better off not knowing what hides in the shadows. This sense of mystery not only captivates our imaginations, but also keeps us on high alert, even during the most ordinary of journeys. Picture this: you're driving down a desolate road at night, the darkness enveloping you when you casually glance in your rear-view mirror. To your horror, you catch a fleeting glimpse of a figure sitting in the back seat. This chilling legend is enough to send a shiver down anyone's spine, making them think twice before getting into their car alone at night. The mere thought of an unseen passenger lurking behind you stirs a primal fear, tapping into our vulnerability and reminding reminding us that sometimes the most terrifying encounters are the ones we can't see until it's almost too late. The legend of the Backseat Passenger preys on our innate paranoia of being watched, especially during our most vulnerable moments. Those who claim to have experienced this phenomenon describe not just a flicker of fear, but a wave of pure terror washing over them. It's the suffocating realization that someone or something could be silently observing you, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. This unsettling sensation lingers long after the encounter, gnawing at your mind and making you question the safety of your own space. The thought that an unseen presence could invade the sanctuary of your vehicle amplifies the horror, transforming an ordinary drive into a heart-pounding experience. This legend strikes at the core of our primal fears. Vehicles are meant to be our safe havens on the road, a space where we feel secure and in control. The chilling notion of an intruder, a hidden figure lurking just behind us, shatters that illusion of safety and plunges us into anxiety. It reminds us how fragile our sense of security can be, transforming an everyday act of driving into a nerve-wracking ordeal. The psychological toll of such a thought can be profound, leading us to question our surroundings and, in turn, heightening our awareness of the unseen threats that may lurk in the shadows of our lives. Over the years, numerous police reports have echoed the chilling narrative of the backseat passenger, often serving as public service warnings, urging drivers to check their back seats before hitting the road. While most of these sightings can be traced back to logical explanations, such as the innocent presence of a forgotten item or a shadow cast by passing lights, the underlying fear still lingers in the collective consciousness. Each report adds another layer to the legend, reinforcing the notion that even in the face of rationality, the terror of the unknown can never be entirely dispelled. This blend of reality and myth continues to haunt drivers, reminding us that sometimes fear can be just as powerful as the truth. Now let's enter the realm of cryptids, creatures whose existence defies logic. Mothman is a legendary figure shrouded in mystery, often depicted as a red-eyed creature with massive wings, known for its eerie ability to appear before catastrophic events. The first sighting occurred in 1966 in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, where witnesses reported encountering a winged being with eyes that glowed ominously in the dark. This unsettling description paints Mothman as not just a cryptid, but a harbinger of doom, igniting curiosity and fear in those who hear his tale. With each reported sighting, the legend grows, prompting people to wonder, could this enigmatic creature truly be watching over us or warning us of impending disaster? Mothman's appearance is nothing short of unsettling, a creature that embodies both human and inhuman traits. Standing tall with massive wings, it seems to glide effortlessly rather than fly, creating an eerie spectacle against the night sky. Witnesses describe its glowing red eyes as penetrating, almost as if they can see straight through to your very soul. This disquieting combination of features evokes an instinctive fear, stirring deep-seated anxieties about what lies beyond our understanding. As Mothman silently observes from the shadows, he becomes a symbol of the unknown, leaving us to question what might happen if he ever chooses to reveal his true intentions. The story of Mothman took a dark turn in 1967 with the tragic collapse of the Silver Bridge, resulting in numerous fatalities. This catastrophic event solidified Mothman's reputation as a harbinger of doom, with many believing that his sightings served as supernatural warnings that went unheeded. The eerie coincidence of his appearances leading up to the disaster has fueled speculation and fear, prompting people to wonder if they were witnessing a premonition of what was to come. To this day, the legend lingers, casting a long shadow over the memory of that fateful day and leaving us questioning whether Mothman is merely a myth or a chilling reminder of the fragility of life. Years after the Silver Bridge collapse, reports of Mothman's sightings continue to surface, shrouded in an air of intrigue and unease. Some classify him as a cryptid, a creature that exists beyond the bounds of logic and reason, while others interpret his appearances as ominous warnings of impending doom. Despite the passage of time, the origins and true purpose of Mothman remain elusive, defying even the most rigorous scientific scrutiny. This enduring mystery captivates the imagination, inviting speculation and debate about whether he is a guardian, a harbinger, or something entirely different. As long as stories of Mothman persist, so too will the questions that keep us looking to the skies, wondering what secrets still lie hidden in the darkness. The Chupacabra, ominously dubbed the goat sucker, has become a figure of dread throughout Latin America. This infamous creature is notorious for its gruesome habit of draining livestock of their blood, leaving behind lifeless bodies as stark evidence of its existence. The sight of a farm animal, once vibrant and full of life, now reduced to a mere shell, sends shivers down the spine of anyone who hears the tales, with descriptions ranging from a spiky, reptilian beast to a more dog-like figure. The Chupacabra embodies our primal fear of the unknown, lurking in the shadows of rural life and haunting the nightmares of those who tend to their animals at night. Unlike typical predators that leave behind remnants of their meals, the Chupacabra's victims are often found untouched, save for mysterious puncture marks on their bodies where blood has been drained. This eerie feeding behavior has led many to speculate that the Chupacabra is not merely an animal, but something far more sinister. The chilling precision with which it targets its prey adds to the horror, prompting theories that it could be a creature driven by an insatiable thirst for blood, rather than the instinctual hunger of a typical beast. Each lifeless carcass tells a story of fear and confusion, deepening the enigma surrounding this dark legend and leaving communities on edge, wondering what truly prowls in the night. From the lush landscapes of Puerto Rico to the arid expanse of the American Southwest, the legend of the Chupacabra has proliferated, captivating the imagination of those who hear its chilling tales. Eyewitness accounts and even grainy photos have emerged, claiming to capture this elusive creature in action. Yet, despite the numerous reports, the Chupacabra always seems to evade capture, slipping just beyond the reach of definitive proof. This ability to remain just out of sight only deepens the mystery, fueling speculation and excitement among believers and skeptics alike. Each sighting sparks new theories and debates, reminding us of our fascination with the unknown and the lengths to which we'll go to uncover the truth behind this fearsome legend. In Latin America, sightings of the Chupacabra evoke a complex mix of terror and fascination, igniting spirited debates about the creature's true nature. Be it alien, monster, or mere myth, the fear it instills is palpable, deeply embedded within the cultural fabric of the region. Stories of the Chupacabra ripple through communities, transforming into cautionary tales that echo in conversations around campfires and family gatherings. As this legend evolves, it influences art, literature, and even local folklore, reflecting the collective anxiety over the unknown. The Chupacabra has become more than just a creature of the night. It symbolizes our primal fears and the lengths to which we go to explain the inexplicable, uniting people in shared stories that blur the lines between reality and myth. Tonight, we ventured into the heart of some of the scariest urban legends that chill us to the bone. Each legend reveals not only our fears, but also our shared fascination with the unknown, inviting us to question what lies beyond the veil of reality. Urban legends serve as powerful reminders that we all harbor fears lurking in the dark corners of our minds. They thrive on our emotions, tapping into our curiosity and our innate desire for stories that make us feel truly alive, even if they send chills down our spines. Each tale acts as a mirror, reflecting our anxieties and inviting us to confront the things that go bump in the night. What's your favorite urban legend? Or perhaps you have a creepy encounter that still haunts you. Share your stories in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more eerie tales that'll keep you up at night. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.